Hello everybody, and thank you for watching my video on I didn't see this on YouTube, so or BitChute or Rumble, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I'm fixing my door that I literally ripped off the hinges here, or the metal part here. So what I have is a Forest River Flagstaff pop-up trailer model 2003 or 2004. It's the first time we used it. Obviously, otherwise we wouldn't have destroyed the freaking door. It was in excellent condition until us. In any case, I stumbled onto a YouTuber who had a bunch of stuff on this particular trailer, but he didn't have anything on how to close it. And but he did have people asking him about. He talked a little bit about this part here and the door, and in asking him, "Hey, what's the name of this thing here? What's the name of this part?" As I destroyed mine, he says he doesn't know, and to go ahead and look through his messages on that particular video, because somebody did find a phone number, and well, I did find this person's thread, and they said they did have a phone number. They said that they were not going to be able to buy this particular part, which is unnamed, unfortunately. You have to buy the entire door, and that was over $200 something. So for those of you who don't want to go that route, let's try this here. So what we had to do, as you can see how badly damaged that was, I did have to flatten it out. As you can see, it's nice and flat. And I do recommend that you use a very strong backing, like a piece of metal, or the flat end of an anvil, if you've got one. A concrete floor is okay. Do not use a plastic table like this one, because it's just going to bounce. You'll never get anything done. But as you can see, it's still not really all that great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the washers that were on those screws with bigger washers. And also, instead of using screws, what I'm going to use is going to use rivets. Okay. Now, for those of you who've never had a rivet gun, I've only used it one time, actually, on my front gate. The welded part of the, the latch goes down. That part popped off. And of course, I don't have any money to be paying a fancy welder. I don't know how to weld. I wish I did. And instead, I used a rivet gun. And this rivet gun turned out to be extremely useful. Even though that was the only time I ever used it, this is going to be the second time. Now, a rivet gun, I would recommend that you buy something like this, because you can remove these, right, as you can see, and then replace the different sizes. And the sizes correspond with the color. For example, this here, yellow, is going to be medium, and you just use the yellow nozzle. So it's going to be that simple. So that's the one I'm going to use. So this is how you actually install a rivet. Okay, so it goes, the fat end, it goes in here, or it will in a second. You'll have to drill out. First of all, what I did was I marked it inside. So this is what we're looking at inside. And to remove this, this is what you're going to see inside the trailer. These parts here are the little plastic tabs that keep this together when you are using the door. Obviously, these holes here are what hold the entire piece to the trailer. No big deal, okay? Just screws, no big deal. So this part here was the part that actually held the door together. Yikes. And so what you'll have to do is you'll have to drill out where the holes were with a slightly bigger drill. I'm using a 3/16 drill, so it took a few seconds to make each hole, so it's no big deal. So now we're gonna go ahead and attach this back in there, and we're gonna see if I'm even gonna post this video, right? Because if it don't look good, we ain't gonna do it. So basically, this is what. Okay, something like that. And let me see, I did say I was going to replace those washers, especially this big ugly one here that's really jacked up. All right, so let's start with that, right? So basically what happens with these things is that this goes into the machine here. Okay, it's gonna go in there like this, and as you crank it, it's gonna pull this part in closer. And as it pulls it in closer, it actually, it actually smooshes it up against this kind of crown little piece. So this part here is gonna be all meshed into that part, so it's gonna actually hold the two pieces together. So that's how that's working. So now, if you've never done this before, I would suggest that you maybe practice a little bit on something else, because I'm not an expert on this, but I get the feeling that you can overdo it. I may be wrong. I'm not, like I said, this is only the second time I've ever done this. Oh, then it breaks. And you take out the extra piece, and then you go to town with the next one. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So we are looking good. We are looking very, very good. Okay. Now we got the bigger washer in this one. And pump. We're going to pump you up. Hans and Franz. This will make you stronger. It will make you stronger. You will kill. You will be killed. Okay, in any case, folks, that's basically how you're doing it. And I don't need to bore you with the rest of the rivets. See, I did it the wrong way. Genius. Right. This is not a professional channel. It's just some dorky guy who likes to damage stuff and hopefully show you how to fix it. How without spending a bajillion dollars. Anyway, that's basically how it's gonna work. Now, for those of you, know why this is coming apart, because it's not actually part of the door. Anyway. Okay, well, this is coming off this because that's the door frame. Anyway, you know what to do. So it looks like it's working out, and so hopefully this video will help you save some money, and it works. Fantastic. Okay, folks, thank you very much for your time, and happy camping.